This is Jared again from Yellowwood Guiding, and now that we've edited our picture, we're going to resize it. Resizing happens a lot, especially as we save for the web, or if we're going to blow up the picture and make it as a print. But here we're going to do a few things. Number one is I select the crop tool here because I want to crop this image. I see a very horizontal image. I could turn it into a panorama, take out a lot of this image up here. It's really not adding much. A lot of this foreground, which is out of focus, also isn't adding much. So we're going to take those all right out with the crop tool. We're going to just click and drag and try to square it up. There's a center point so you can actually see where should the center be. We don't want to make the animals too close to the edge. Maybe bring it out a bit here, bring it over to the edge, just so that it looks like they have somewhere to fight, somewhere to go. Maybe stretch it out just a little bit more. Interesting image. So now that we have it cropped, now we're going to have to right click and select the crop to make it complete. So there's our cropped image. Now this is a pretty small version. We're only at 16%, so we're going to do some few things. To save for the web, we want to reduce this file size dramatically. This is a pretty big picture. So to do that, we're going to go up here to image. From image, there's an option for image size, and we're going to click that, and this option comes up here. There's a few things you want to make sure you're doing. Number one is constrain proportions. You want to make sure that button is clicked. Without that, you're going to reduce one size or one side, and it's not going to look right. You want to keep your proportions accurate. Usually get this lock, or you're going to get a link here, and that tells you have that selected. The next step is under resolution. You want to reduce your resolution to 72 pixels per inch. That's an important aspect because that's what monitors are set at for resolution. It's going to get you your standard internet resolution. The last thing you want to do is for width or height. If it was a horizontal picture, you'd want to reduce the height. If it's the width, if it's a horizontal picture, pardon me, you want to reduce the width. Or vertical, you want to reduce the height. So we're going to take this width and we're going to reduce this to about 700. That's a good size image. Fits on most web pages pretty well. And now that we have it, we got this to 700 for the width. We got a resolution at 72. The last thing you want to do here is change your downsizing resample of image. We can make it bicubic sharper. We can just keep it at bicubic. On this image, since it already is pretty sharp, we're just going to leave it as bicubic. Hit OK. Now your image shrinks. So if you hit Control plus, we're going to zoom back in, go back to 100%. And one of the last aspects of photo editing, especially for the web, is we need to save for the web, but we need to sharpen it first. You always sharpen your pictures through outputting, and you always want to sharpen at the end of your system to make sure you're getting what you want. You're going to sharpen this picture completely different if we were going to print the image. So I opened up Smart Sharpen here, and I have it hidden off to the side so we can see what we're going to do. The radius is very important. Having a low radius on, say, for web images, since it's small, is going to give you the best detail. People talk about halos all the time, and as you increase this radius, you're going to see what we're talking about when we talk about a halo. So if we zoom that up at 12 pixels, this huge halo comes around every element. If we bring it down just to 3, you can see there really is a halo around the edge. So we want to have this at a pretty small size since we're saving for the web. At 0.3, it's pretty good. And then you adjust your amount to find the amount of sharpening that works best for you. This image is right about 100. The key elements are going to be the eyes. I want to look at the bridge of the nose. I want to look at the back. Look at that fur. Make sure we have detail in there. So I'm going to move it around here until I find an amount. You just don't want to over sharpen. You don't want to under sharpen as well. So you want to find a nice happy medium and then hit OK. The last part then, once we've sharpened the image for our outputting size, since we're saving for the web, we're going to go up here to File and Save for Web and Devices. Nice setting here that Photoshop offers. And we go start from an original file that's 700K. We're going to shrink this down to nearly a third, almost a fourth the size. I like to keep my images about 150K file size. That allows them to load up pretty fast. So under this quality slider here, we're going to move this down just a little bit. Try to get that under 150. So at 84, that looks good. We also want to make sure we're always saving in JPEG. That's going to give you your best photo quality. There's a lot of other options under here, but JPEG for our images. And then hit save. So that's saving an image, and that's basic editing all the way from the adjusting of the levels, contrast, we adjusted the color, we added some sharpening. That's the basics of photo editing.